Welcome to GK Quiz Prime Time. Where was the Earth Summit 2025 organized from December 5th to 6th, 2025? Right answer is option B, Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Which country is set to host the 18th BRICS Summit scheduled to be held in 2026? Right answer is option C, India. Where was the third International Ayurveda Conference conducted from November 14th to 15th, 2025? Right answer is option B, Sao Paulo, Brazil. Which Indian city hosted the 2 day Global Investors Summit held on February 24th and 25th, 2025? Right answer is option C, Bhopal. Which country will host the APEC Summit scheduled for the year 2026? Correct answer is option B, China. Where was the 20th Global Sustainability Summit held in September 2025? Right answer is option C, New Delhi. Where was the assembly of the International Big Cat Alliance convened in June 2025? Right answer is option B, New Delhi. Which country will host the SCO summit scheduled for the year 2027? Correct answer is option B, Pakistan. Where was the 22nd All India TDS conference organized in November 2025? Right answer is option B, Bhopal. Which Indian city is set to host the 5th Coast Guard Global Summit in the year 2027? Right answer is option D, Chennai. Which two countries co chaired the 4th Coast Guard Global Summit held in Rome, Italy in September 2025? Right answer is option B, Italy and Japan. Where was the 10th Global Economic Summit conducted from November 21st to 22nd, 2025? Correct answer is option B, Mumbai. Where was the 16th Armed Forces Combined Commanders Conference held from September 15th to 17th, 2025? Right answer is option C, Kolkata, West Bengal. Which edition of the Chanakya Defense Dialogue 2025 was organized in New Delhi from November 27th to 28th, 2025? Correct answer is option B, third edition. Where was the 20th East Asia Summit conducted on October 27th to 28th, 2025? Correct answer is option C, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Where was the International Conference on Military Medicine 2025 held in August 2025? Right answer is option B, New Delhi. Where was the 8th session of the International Solar Alliance Assembly held from October 27th to 30th, 2025? Right answer is option B, New Delhi, India. Which state hosted the first biennial conference of the BIMSTEC India Marine Research Network in November 2025? Right answer is option C, Kerala. Where was the 13th International Tourism Mart organized from November 13th to 16th, 2025? Right answer is option C, Gangtok, Sikkim. Which country hosted the 68th Commonwealth Parliamentary Conference in October 2025? Right answer is option C, Barbados. Where was the first annual Green Hydrogen Research and Development Conference held in September 2025? Right answer is option B, New Delhi. Where was the 5th ASEAN India Youth Summit held from August 28th to 31st, 2025? Right answer is option C, Goa. Where was the 20th session of the UN Forum on Forests held in May 2025? Right answer is option C, New York City, USA. Which country will host the COP32 climate summit scheduled for the year 2027? Correct answer is option B, Ethiopia. Which two countries will co host the 14th United Nations Oceans Conference scheduled in 2028? Right answer is option C, South Korea and Chile. In which South African city is G20 2025 being held? Right answer is option C, Johannesburg. The United Nations Climate Change Conference will be hosted in which city? Right answer is option B, Belém, Brazil. In which city was the 11th World Green Economy Summit 2025 organized? Right answer is option C, Dubai, UAE. Which country hosted the 47th ASEAN Summit held from October 26 to 28, 2025? Right answer is option C, Malaysia. Which city in China hosted the 2025 Shanghai Cooperation Organization? Right answer is option B, Tianjin. Which country hosted the NATO summit from 24th to 25th June 2025? Right answer is option A, Netherlands. Which country hosted the 17th BRICS summit in 2025? Right option is C, Brazil. Where was the G7 summit held in June 2025? Correct answer is option B, Canada. Which country is hosting the Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit 2025? Right answer is option D, Gyeongju, South Korea. Where was the 60th All India Conference of Directors General and Inspectors General of Police held from November 28th to 30th, 2025? Right answer is option D, Navaraipur. Where was the 6th edition of BIMSTEC Summit 2025 held in April? Correct answer is option C, Thailand. Where has Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the Waves Summit 2025? Correct answer is option C, Mumbai. Where has the 28th edition of National E-Governance Conference 2025 been organized? Correct answer is option B, Vishakhapatnam. Which two countries co hosted the third United Nations Ocean Conference in 2025? Right answer is option C, France and Costa Rica. Where is the 8th edition of the Indian Ocean Conference held? Right answer is option A, Muscat, Oman. Where has the World Hydrogen Summit 2025 been organized? Right answer is option B, Netherlands. Where was the first International Conference on Glacier Preservation 2025 hosted? Right answer is option D, Dushanbe, Tajikistan. Where was the 2025 Youth Spiritual Summit organized? Correct answer is option C, Varanasi. Where was the World Health Summit 2025 held? Right answer is option A, Berlin, Germany. Where was the 15th COP of the Ramsar Wetland Convention held recently? Right answer is option A, Victoria Falls, Zimbabwe. Where was the annual meeting of the World Economic Forum 2025 held? Correct answer is option B, Davos in Switzerland. Where was the World Sustainable Development Summit 2025 conducted in March? Correct answer is option A, New Delhi. Where was the 18th Pravasi Bharatiya Divas held in January 2025? Right answer is option C, Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Where did Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla inaugurate the first National Conference of Urban Local Bodies in June 2025? Right answer is option A, Gurugram, Haryana. Where will the G20 summit scheduled for the year 2026 be held? Right answer is option A, Miami, USA. Stay updated, stay ahead. Subscribe for more current affairs and competitive exam prep.